The Pacific Northwest.
I feel like everyone should just come out here.
A region known for its stunning natural landscapes.
I mean, what can't you not love out here?
From the towering mountains.
You're just above it all. It's just beautiful.
To the dense forests.
Look at these beautiful trees that are around us.
To the sprawling coastline.
Every day out here at the ocean is a great day.
There's so much to explore. So join me and let's get out there. Well, hey there, and welcome to this KGW special edition of Let's Get Out There. I'm Jon Goodwin. Thanks for watching. We started this series as a way to showcase the local adventures available to us, both big and small. And this year, we explored what our great region has to offer and met a lot of great folks along the way. Today, we're taking a look at some of our favorite trips. So let's start at the foot of the Northwest's most iconic volcano with a crew you may recognize. Okay, everybody, it looks like I'm telling a ghost story. I want to introduce you to the 2025 KGW Mount St. Helens crew. We do this climb every year. Where else in America, and let alone a news station, can you do something like this? And the awesome place that we live in the Northwest. So hope you enjoy coming along on this climb with us. This is the third summer in a row that a KGW crew has climbed Mount St. Helens. Our group of 8 started just after 5 a.m. Between the natural beauty and the history of the 1980 eruption, how lucky are we to have this in our backyard? I like to think of this climb as 3 separate parts. The first part is about 2 miles through the woods. The next section is through a boulder field, and the final push is through a vertical beach, essentially, full of fine volcanic rock. It's hard to choose a favorite because they're all pretty miserable, but when put together, it's a perfect recipe for an awesome day. By 7 o'clock, we begin rising through the boulder field. Anchor Christine Pitawanich was all of us, soaking in the views.
It didn't take us long to get out of the tree line, and then you could see the clouds filtering through the valleys. I mean, you're just above it all. It's just beautiful. You can see so many mountains. I mean, we can see Hood, we can see Mount Adams. I've never seen Mount Adams this close.
So we have one more pile of boulders to climb over up there. You can kind of see it. Some of our group is already there. And after that, it's just the final push up the scree. It's only about a mile to the top from here, but it is the longest mile ever. A slog through volcanic sand is really a cruel way to finish this thing off, but here we are. This is a rough slog. Just think about all the hard work you put in this summer.
It's a rough ending. There's no technique. There's no way to make it better. You just gotta slog through it. Absolutely worth it. Definitely. This is insane.
Look at that. You can see like the steam. Holy moly. Wow. I have never seen anything like this. The fact that it's just blown out that way, I don't think I expected to see that. Wow, this is a payoff.
At about 8,300 feet, you reach the crater rim. Looking north into the blast zone with Spirit Lake and Mount Rainier beyond is a reward well earned by our entire crew. And that is Mount St. Helens. Glad you could come along with us today on this epic weather day with a great crew. Hope it also inspires you to get outside and find your own slice of heaven in the outdoors. Till the next one, I'm Jon Goodwin. Let's get out there, my friends. Hey guys, here we are at the Cold Springs Campground, attempting a Mount Adams summit. I think the elevation here is about 5,500 feet, and we're gonna overnight tonight with a summit push tomorrow, and we wanted to bring you along. So let's go. At 12,276 feet, Mount Adams is the second tallest mountain in Washington. With my friends Peyton, Ray, Mark, and Eric, who's also a KGW engineer, we found a perfect August weekend for some self-punishment.
Well, it's kind of a Pacific Northwest bucket list thing for me. We did St. Helens 2 years ago, and it's kind of the logical next step in challenging myself, and it's a good group of people and a beautiful day, so what else are you gonna do?
Eric saw the camera and picked up the pace.
2 miles in, I believe, we stopped at a spot. I think this is called Morrison Creek. Taking a proper snack break, taking the packs off. What a relief, but staying focused. We're heading up to Lunch Counter, which is where we're gonna camp tonight, which is what I like to call a 1 billion star hotel.
Yeah, and there's always a sense of like everybody's in it together, and great sense of camaraderie and teamwork.
We've arrived at the snow, the base of the Crescent Glacier. Everything's getting closer, but also farther away at the same time. So we've made it up to Lunch Counter. Everyone's kind of selected their camping spots for the evening, and allow me to show you mine. A hearty thank you to those who have come here before me and stacked the rocks. It blocks some of the wind. At night, I'm sure the wind will really pick up. We got situated by mid-afternoon in the shadow of Piker's Peak, the fall summit, and get prepped for day 2.
We are at lunch something.
The lunch counter.
Counter. There it is, lunch counter.
I sure counted a lot of steps getting here.
It's just so beautiful. And being, I don't know, I feel like we're a pretty good team. Like we were all walking together and hanging out and chit-chatting. It was pretty cool to bond in that way. I feel like I kept looking up and it was just like, gotta keep going.
I think Jod said almost there at least 14 times.
So we had some dinner and refilled our water packs. So we're all set for tomorrow. Getting some sleep tonight. Probably gonna get up around 4:30 to push for the summit. It's 4:30 and the conga line of climbers has already begun. And I gotta say, there's nothing quite like watching a trail of headlamps head up a mountain. It's really cool. All right, we're doing it. High adrenaline was enough to make up for how everyone slept the night before.
Not great. 0 out of 100. The wind was blowing, so that was loud. It was pretty cold, and general excitement was in the air. So it was it was not great.
It's awfully windy up here, but we're just shy of 12,000 feet. This final push up to the summit, you gotta earn it. But check out the beautiful scenery up here. 5 hours after leaving camp, we stand at the top.
Oh my gosh, look at it!
Yeah, look at it.
What do you think?
Oh my goodness, we did it. Oh, praise God.
An old Forest Service fire lookout still sits up here. Until late summer, it's completely buried by snow. The views take your breath away in the already thin air.
It's hard to explain how I'm feeling right now, but very, very much satisfied.
A few moments of self-doubt there, but that's the beauty of doing it with a team. Everybody motivates each other, and we all made it to the top.
I've never been this high, except for in a plane, but my wife always has the window seat, so I never get to look outside. Wait, we got a noggin, Ray.
Probably the most important question of all, what's for dinner tonight?
It's gonna be a cheeseburger wrapped in a large pizza.
Well, I hope you enjoyed coming along on this Mount Adams climb with us. There's beautiful Mount Rainier in the distance. I really hope you enjoyed seeing the mountain up close. We sure did. Now, we just gotta get back down. I really wish that I could just snap my fingers and be back at the car. Let's get out there, my friends. I never did find out if Eric got that cheeseburger wrapped in his pizza like he wanted. Anyway, go grab yourself a snack because we're going to take a quick break on this special edition of Let's Get Out There. When we come back, we'll lower the elevation a bit to explore some of the beauty hidden between the trees. Welcome back. One of the Northwest's most famous features has got to be its emerald evergreens. And while the towering giants, rumbling streams, and crashing waterfalls are definitely a sight to behold, there's many ways to find your own place. This next story is about finding community no matter your background.
Buenos días a todos. Mi nombre es Aníbal y yo soy el fundador de Loco por la Aventura.
I felt alone for a long time, and I know how important it is to feel like you belong to somewhere.
Before you get in with a group, you've got to start outside.
Normalmente la primera parte vamos a entrar.
You may not understand the excited chatter at the Angels Rest trailhead, but no matter your language, no matter your background, Maria Teresa Lopez wants you to know one thing.
We always say everybody's welcome.
The group is called Loco por la Aventura, or Crazy for the Adventure. It's an outdoor nonprofit started by Maria and her husband Anibal Rocheta in 2020. There's no age requirement either. This is their 10-month-old daughter, Tatiana.
I think it's the most popular hike in the gorge. It's like a 4.5 or 4.8 miles. So it's not too bad, you know, for beginners, for all the people, for people training for trail running. So, and we try to bring, you know, family-friendly activities, you know, Latino-friendly activities, and even we are very welcome to everyone. So even if you don't speak Spanish, you are very welcome to join us.
Anibal and Maria moved to Portland from Venezuela in 2014. Loco por la Aventura offers activities from hiking to rafting to mountaineering. Anibal is also a member of the Mazamas Mountaineering Organization. He says sharing his skills gives him energy.
I have the opportunity to bring people the first time to rock climbing, the first time to a mountaineer, and it's incredible.
These outings help motivate and educate native Spanish speakers who don't typically get the chance to do this. It also provides community, even family, for people like Melissa. She's never hiked Angels Rest.
This is my first time hike and it was pretty good. I love the view. It's a very easy hike. I feel like I belong, like we're speaking the same languages, which doesn't happen very often here, right?
Whether it's a new place or a new culture, there's space for you here. All you have to do is step out.
You find like a peace. You find like a, you know, it's like happiness. And we want to share that with the people.
They have like all type of activities for like all levels, if you're an expert, if you're a beginner. So yes, don't be alone, just join us.
In the Gorge, I'm Jon Goodwin.
Let's get out there! Woo!
All the details mattered. It was a life and death situation.
If history's ghosts won't tell it like it is, Tom Wilson will.
We like to think of it as a big, long, adventurous camping trip out west into the sunset.
For years, Tom was a park ranger at Fort Clatsop Lewis and Clark National Historical Park.
To not just survive, but to be part of this team and to realize that, you know, quitting isn't an option. We quit, we die.
He may be retired, but the memories and lessons are not.
You're in leather clothes, you're in moccasins, stepping on cactus, stepping on rocks, on thorns, in the snow. This isn't fun. In the horizontal rain that we have here.
Even Clark himself wrote in his journal,
"This is the worst he'd ever experienced."
After a brutal journey, the group built Fort Clatsop in the bitter cold.
You could call this a replica, maybe even an exhibit is probably more of a correct term of the fort they built. But they built it in 2.5 weeks.
Undernourished and still hanging on to some dried fish from the Dalles, they were desperate for food.
In those days, the way you preserve food was by salt. Well, we're close to the ocean.
So Lewis and Clark sent 5 men to the beach, lugging 5 kettles and other supplies.
So wading in the ocean, carrying buckets of water to keep that boil going and evaporate the seawater to get enough salt.
In all, they made 28 gallons of salt to dry animal hides for clothing and to preserve their fish and elk. Sorry, guys. Today, the replica salt works can be found in Seaside.
Now, when you go to the site, the ocean is quite a bit farther out. Our jetties have dispersed sand and built up our beach, so the ocean is quite a bit farther out now.
Visitors can retrace some of those steps on the Fort to Sea Trail. This 6-mile hike won't get you to the salt works, but it stretches from Fort Clatsop to the Sunset Beach trailhead.
But this one shows the visitor center here, the Fort to Sea Trail, and then a lot of the other little loop trails that you can take. So down this path, it leads to the Lewis and Clark River, what was referred to as Natal by the Clatsop people.
Tom stresses any Lewis and Clark account should come with a remembrance of the indigenous story too.
But this is probably where they pulled in their dugout canoes. They pulled in this little slough, and to just experience the luxury of what we have now with the hardships of what was put in to get it to this point, and what we still need to do. We still need to protect it.
In Warrenton, I'm Jon Goodwin. Let's get out there. The outdoors are for all of us. Well, if mountains and forests and trails aren't your thing, don't worry, we've got you covered. After the break, we take you along the Oregon coast to experience the healing power of the ocean. We'll be right back. Welcome back to this special edition of Let's Get Out There. Our final adventures take us out to the coast, where the sound of the waves can help you forget about the day-to-day. But if you happen to be at the right place at the right time, you might be able to catch a glimpse of one of our region's largest residents. At the world's smallest harbor in Depot Bay is one of Oregon's biggest adventures.
It makes it really kind of a neat, unique area. Especially this time of the year.
Our captain for the day is Gary Stevenson, owner of Whale's Tail Charters. Gary knows these waters well and what's in them.
Today we're going to go start out at Government Point, which is up by Boiler Bay State Park. And there's been a report of about 3 gray whales up in that area.
Gray whales migrate south in the spring, but they're a couple miles off the coast. By late summer, they return to feed, and they're extremely close to shore.
They feed on mysids. It's a little shrimp. They've got to eat about 2 tons a day.
Hoping to see lots today. Yes, definitely.
Ronnie Trueblood and her husband Steve are visiting from Colfax, Washington.
We're so excited about doing this. We've been looking forward to it all week.
Okay, this is where we want to look for spouts, you guys.
Is it?
Yep. So we're in the area here. If you see anything, just yell out. It's gonna be like a fine mist spray shoot up.
Gary's taken visitors out to see the whales since 2008. A small fleet of whale watchers works together to get the perfect shot.
It is kind of teamwork. Everybody's pretty good about helping each other, even the fishing boats. What's really neat on these whales is just hearing them.
Yeah.
You know, you look from shore, you don't hear them. No. But now you can hear them exhale, inhale. Yeah. I mean, I like hearing that just as much as seeing them, really. Oh, gosh.
He's coming right at us. Oh, that is so cool.
Oh, this is the first time on a whale boat. This is very cool.
Greg Yerkes is from Michigan, visiting family in Depot Bay. This was an opportunity he just couldn't pass up.
There's one straight ahead of us, too. Look. Yes, it's very awesome. It's very cool.
Okay, you guys. So when you saw that tail, if you see that tail or they arch up, then they're going to be down for about 3 minutes.
Tackle buster inbound, Depot Bay down.
You ever smelled these things?
Smelled? Gray whales can be up to 45 feet long and weigh 40 tons. To see them this close is something you can't put a number on.
What do you smell like?
Kind of like dead fish.
Oh! Whoa!
Here we go. Nice tail shot. See, that's what we want, you know.
On this day, the whales put on a show, and the trip left a lasting impression.
Look at that. Nice.
We all have people on there. They all want to see a whale. You know, they come from all over the place. And that's the main thing. You know, have people have a good time and hopefully create some good memories and see a whale. And the Oregon coast.
In Depot Bay, I'm Jon Goodwin. Let's get out there.
It's magic. I really don't have any idea how I do it, but I do, and here we go.
A beach day with Karen Chalmers is so much more than just time at the coast.
This is my $1 trillion art studio. And the wave takes it away and I get up and I get to do it again, and that's kind of life in a nutshell. And it's a glorious journey.
Seal Rock, south of Newport, holds a special place in Karen's heart. This section of beach off Highway 101 is where she pours it out and transforms into spinning sands.
I'm really just walking on the beach holding a rake in my hand, organizing my footprints.
It all starts with a spin.
And when I'm spinning, I literally just say, heel.
In tow,
3, my turn.
her dog Bo, patrolling Karen's canvas as she gets to work. Several years ago, Karen finally got a diagnosis for a rare genetic condition she had dealt with for a long time. After numerous surgeries, hospital visits, and now post-traumatic stress, she began healing by drawing a line in the sand.
That I was really ill and I had to let go of attachments in order just to survive. Healing is possible. This is me now.
When the tide is lowest, Karen is at her best.
So there's an imaginary spot right over there that I am now going to try to circle.
Creating giant sand mandalas using only a metal rake. The sight pulls you in.
Hopefully from above you will see it says Oregon, and it's Mount Hood and our pine trees and our ocean with some lighthouses.
We wanted to come and see her spinning. I've followed her on Facebook for quite a while, and here I am. I've never seen anything like it.
Sometimes she will draw it out on paper, and then sometimes she'll just come out here and it will happen. The way she can make the lines and the circles so perfect without any help is just incredible to me.
And I'm honored and delighted that other people seem to get a lot of joy out of it. I'm gonna do this again, and then I'm gonna start doing this detail work.
It usually takes a few hours, but by the time she's done, Karen transforms this coastline into her masterpiece, working against the surf.
It's coming in quick. Your body recognizes it's the journey, not the outcome. I can't control the outcome. Sometimes I can't get off the cliff before the ocean's washed it all away. I don't even get to see what I did. But it's just being here.
The tide always comes back, but so does Karen. The beauty she creates doesn't have to last to leave a mark.
That tide is already starting to clip it. There's nothing I can do. This entire thing is going to be erased. But while you're doing it, your mind and body recognize the impermanence/futility of what you're doing. You can't keep it. You cannot hold on to it.
At Seal Rock, I'm Jon Goodwin. Let's get out there. And with that, our journey comes to an end. We want to thank you for being a part of Let's Get Out There. So many of the places that we visit come from your suggestions. So let us know where we should go next. You can text ideas to us at 503-226-5088 or use the hashtag Let's Get Out There on social media. Again, I'm Jon Goodwin, and from all of us at KGW, thanks for watching, and let's get out there.